Hi, Mike Serra here from Customer States. If you're searching for the highest quality additives, lubricants, or cleaners for your automotive, heavy equipment, agricultural, or industrial machinery needs, look no further than the Justice Brothers line of products. From lubing your chainsaw, performing a complete fuel system treatment and decarb service on a customer's vehicle, keeping that forklift forking and lifting, or just need a can of that famous JB80 penetrant to persuade a rusty bolt, Justice Brothers has you covered. Travis Ferris of Hit Distributing is not only Southern California's authorized Justice Brothers distributor, but also a great friend of mine. Over the years, Travis has helped me and my dealership with anything and everything we need, including all the lines of Justice Brothers products and even equipment to perform the various services we may need for our specific application. HIT stands for honesty, integrity, and trust, so you know when you contact Travis, that's exactly what you'll get. That, combined with Justice Brothers supplying superior quality automotive products since the 1940s and 75 years in the racing industry, you will have absolutely everything at your disposal to get the job done. Justice Brothers is proudly made in the USA, and they have a satisfaction guarantee or your money back. Justice Brothers has the best quality products over any other competitor, and they'll gladly tell you that themselves. If you live in the Southern California area, call my man Travis Ferris at 805-208-7818. And if you don't, call him anyway and tell him I said thanks. And visit justicebrothers.com to learn more about their complete line of products. Justice Brothers, America's brand for quality.
Hi, Daddy Vic.
Gonna start the show right now.
Oh, it's my turn this week?
It is. Well, it was your turn last week.
I already saw it, Mike. It's a bit. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back.
We missed you.
Yes, I've been on death's doorstep.
Is that true?
All lies.
No, it is all lies.
We're glad you're feeling better, though.
I am physically healthy and feeling great. Mentally, not so much. But I'm a service advisor. It kind of comes with the territory.
Now we're warranty administrator.
Yeah. So, anyways, welcome to Customer States Podcast. We talk about the automotive industry. There's lots of tangents. Pull up a beverage, sit down, have fun. Speaking of beverage,
Get it real close in there.
Montenegro.
She's ready. She's ready.
Oh my God! It's Kevin.
Thank you, Kevin.
Thank you, bud.
He's already in his comfies.
Oh, y'all.
From jelly.
I'm in the most comfiest of comfies today.
You look like Pooh Bear.
Oh, thank you. But I am wearing pants.
Yeah, right.
Oh shit!
Unfortunately.
Ooh, here, pass that down to Eric. So this is the.
He's had this one. Oh.
No, he has not.
So that's the half and half. So that's less lemon. Yeah, that shit good.
Your peach is amazing.
For those of you who
Thank
don't know what
you.
we're talking about the beverages that we're
They already know Michael if they'd watched the YouTube.
Really? That's rude.
They are a type.
How dare you
a type,
assume they're not smart enough to figure it out?
they
Wow,
are,
Mike.
Who are you again?
Go for it, Allie.
They are a type of hard seltzer that is not false.
Sweet.
It is not
Fuck,
false.
I regret ever giving you a chance. My name is Jake.
Why was I late to that party? I just realized what you were saying.
It was very clever.
My name's Jake. I'm a service advisor, kind of a service manager, assistant, whatever. Fuck it all. I write something funny, Alaire.
No, not at all.
She just wants to watch you fuck it all.
Right.
Yes.
I write repair orders and I listen to customers bitch about most of the time nothing. So I'm alive. I'm above ground. I'm happy. Mike's next to me. Hi.
Hi, my name is Mike Serra. I am the senior master technician and shop foreman at a dealership. And to my left is Eric Montenegro.
Shop foreskin.
Hi.
Plorskin.
Oh my God.
Ooh, are you okay?
What is wrong
I'm
with
having
me?
this problem too. Maybe it's these are extra.
No, I
burbly.
inhaled and the spit went down.
Oh no, that's not the problem
so
I'm
he
having.
does
I usually don't have a problem.
So he does have a
swallowing,
gag
but
reflex.
No, that's not the same thing. Thank you very much. And what- oh my God, I will eventually get past this. I am so sorry, Mike. I know you're extremely disappointed in me right now. Heavy line technician for Ford Motor Company over 5 years now. Thank you.
Would you like some heavy line?
Congratulations.
I'd love a heavy line.
I hope you're talking about fishing because
To my left, while I
Allie, that's
hook
called
this
test.
beautiful babe.
some 20-pound tests, 50-pound.
Are we talking about Joe Titties?
Oh God, that would be terrible. The back problems.
Oh my God! To my left is the beautiful Allie Paul.
I'm not an anime character.
You could be.
Oh, thank you.
Ew, ew.
Ew! Hi, I'm Allie Paul. I'm a warranty administrator. I've been doing it for 13 years. I hate my life.
Do you need to speak to the manager?
The timing was just absolutely impeccable.
Yeah, I know I said my name was Allie Paul earlier, but I'm changing it to Karen because I need to speak to your manager.
When? Right meow?
Right now.
Right meow.
Right now.
Right meow.
Joke's on you, bitch. I am the manager.
Mike's the manager.
So this story actually comes from me, and it's kind
Hi,
of
me.
It's hi.
Hi, me.
It's not what you would
Hi, me.
think coming from me. So we had a used up car that got sold to a customer.
A used up car?
Sorry, used car.
Oh.
Just like how Mike likes his women used up.
And preferably
Put up, sir!
And preferably.
cheap.
Oh, okay.
What did I say?
No, I didn't hear you.
Oh, and preferably cheap.
Gotcha.
So we sold this used up car to a customer, and I think the way the story goes is like a few days later, the customer has it towed back into the dealership. After driving for 10 minutes, the vehicle shuts off.
Oh, is this the one that you sent us pictures of? The early bird drop off envelope?
No.
Oh, bummer.
No,
Did we talk about
no, no, we didn't talk about
That shit's, dude, that is sorry to interrupt. That fucking envelope lives in absolute.
Okay, sidebar.
Wait.
We're doing it right now.
I didn't post that picture yet.
That shit lives in infamy at my dealership right now. Everybody thinks that is fucking awesome because it's like, honestly, I wish customers were more like that. Don't bitch, don't moan, just tell us. It's like, it's flat out, we'll help you.
It's a pretty good one. So if my memory serves me correctly, it was like a 2016 Focus.
Yes.
And it's an early bird, and the car is dropped off, and so I'm the first person that gets the early birds every morning. So in the envelope is the keys, and on the envelope is this name and the information for the vehicle. And down below in like all capital letters, scrawled out like, in some sort of crazy hieroglyphics almost, is like, I just picked this car up and it's effing, it's already effing, messed up or whatever. I mean, she was going on and off like, I just picked it up. It sat here for 3 months and it's still fucked up right now.
I think she said,
it was.
this piece of shit or something like that.
I have my phone in front of me.
There were expletives in it.
She said, I just picked up this car, the piece of shit still broke.
Oh yeah, thank you. I think that's the exact verbiage
Yes.
that was used. I'll post the picture now.
I just picked up the car, this piece of shit still broke. And I'm like, fantastic.
That's what happened. You
Boy,
told it
bitch.
like it is.
And that was a while ago. I actually don't know what became of that, but
Yeah, that was a solid month
You
ago,
fixed
I
it.
think.
I hope Karen got her car back.
Wasn't her name actually Karen?
Her name was Karen.
Yeah,
That's
her
why
first
that was
name was Karen.
the irony of it. It was like, I was expecting her to have to talk to the manager because of all of her capital letters. She used them all.
So continue your story.
So we had this used car that sold, blah, blah, blah. Car shuts off.
You said used up car again.
I say that a lot because it's.
He
I
does.
did say used up car
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
No, this is actually the first time I've heard him say that.
So this used car.
You can say used up.
No, I
Maybe
like
that's
used
your
up,
thing.
but it is the first time I've heard it.
So it happens to be not one of our products. It happens to be a Jeep. And none of us really know anything about it. We weren't really able to get the problem to act up. So we just said, well, let's, it's got these codes in it. Let's just ship it over to Jeep. So
Hi, Kier.
Kerr.
brought it over to Jeep. I said, hey, it's got this check engine light on. Here's the codes, blah, blah. Oh, yeah, we'll take a look at it. So, all right, needed crankshaft position sensor. VREF is dropping out. All good to go. So I walk back over to the dealership and I'm like, okay, I'm just BSing with Kier, as they bring the vehicle up. And I'm like, so did you guys put miles on it? He's like, yeah, no, we just let it sit in the lot for 4 hours. I'm like, so I looked at the RO and they had actually put 6 miles on it. I was like, okay. Like, I still have to drive it. He's like, why? You don't trust me? I'm like, I don't trust any mechanics. So we had a laugh about that as well. But yeah, so I went and drove it for 10 minutes and tried to drive it for 10 minutes. Tried to drive it for 10
Didn't
minutes.
get very far, did you?
So about 5 miles down the road, I start feeling this like kicking sensation. And, you know, this is my first time driving a Jeep Cherokee. I have no idea what it's supposed to feel like, but this doesn't feel right to me. So I'm heading back to the dealership and I'm like, you know,
Why are you
we're
so
on the
extra?
auto mall.
Like, I love you, but you were so extra.
With what?
Just in general.
It's quality control.
Let me tell you, and I'm not putting you down or anything. It's funny because I love you the way you are. But the way that you're describing driving this Jeep Cherokee, just that it's bucking, or what did you say, it was cutting out or whatever?
Yeah, it felt like a misfire.
Right. Okay. So it felt like a misfire, right?
Oh.
But then you go into, but I don't know how a Jeep is supposed to drive, as if implying that maybe they misfire all the time. Like, come on.
It was at idle. It wasn't like, it was like every once in a while, you know, it almost felt like the AC compressor was kicking on. So I had to turn the AC off to make sure that it just wasn't that. I mean,
Right.
It was very subtle at idle.
It was just the way that it was delivered. It sounded very like, you know, I'm not a technician, so I don't know if that these Jeeps drive differently and misfire differently. It's an engine at the end of the day.
So here's where the story gets good.
And that's fine. I just wanted to point that out. It was funny. It made me smile. Like, you are ridiculous.
So I go in. Are you okay?
I'm fine.
So
Nothing happened.
I pull in back.
Don't watch the video.
I pull back into the dealership, and I'm sitting there. I'm like, yeah, something's not right. So I call Kier. I'm like, hey man, like, do you have a second? Like, you know, I'm no expert on Jeeps, but this doesn't feel right to me. He's like, yeah, let's, you know, bring it in the service drive. You know, let's go.
I've
for
got
a
a
ride.
P0303. Is that right for this?
Is that the same for Jeep?
Right? Oh, okay. So that's standard. Okay, great. I won't follow it.
Sorry.
So one of the
so much love to you.
advisors comes over and pops his little dongle into the OBD port to check. There's no codes in it. I'm like, but you feel it like right now as it's sitting. Like, put it in gear. It feels like it's idling up. Oh yeah, these things feel like that. It's just a terrible design. Blah blah. I'm like, okay. So I'm like,
And that's
come
why
on
the
over.
customer brought it in for that?
well, the customer brought it in like after 10 minutes of driving the vehicle install.
Oh, it stalled. That's
Yeah.
right. You said that.
And so I'm like, Kier, just like, you know, let's go out for a road test. So Kier hops in and I reverse out of the service drive and go put it and drive the pull away, and the car stalls.
Nice. Oh, it's normal. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
These things are just pieces of shit.
And I cycle the ignition off and I turn it back on, and the check engine light's on. I'm like,
Nice.
okay.
Yay.
So he's like, well, I guess we're going back in the service drive. So we pull it in the service drive, and it had the exact same codes that it had from last time. And turns out it's no fault of their own. Somebody else had been dealing with that car, dicking around with it. They had already replaced the PCM. They'd already kind of go into wiring, trying to chase this problem, which is why somebody traded that car in the first place. So there it sits at the Jeep dealership, waiting for its fate. But
Still has not been diagnosed.
it was very funny because, I mean, I very could have easily gone in there as a customer saying, I just paid $200 something to have this vehicle fixed.
It's the clock spring.
You know, something's still wrong with it. I need to speak to the manager. And then when the manager comes out and be like, there's nothing wrong with the vehicle, we'll come for a road test with me. And then it stalls on him in the service drive. Like,
Right.
maybe there is something wrong. But it wasn't that sort of instance. But I mean, it was just very ironic how that happened. It was
Has
very,
it been
very
diagnosed yet or not yet?
It's still a VREF issue, but that circuit goes to like the crankshaft position sensor, the accelerator pedal position sensor, and a few other sensors that use
Clock spring.
VREF.
Just throw a clock spring on it.
But
Knock sensor.
it's kind of like, are we going to unwind the deal for the customer that just bought the car? Or are we going to spend however much money it needs to put a wiring harness in it and go from there? I mean,
That's
it
what you get for
Probably what it is.
That's
could
what
need
you
this,
get
it
for.
could need that. I mean, it's, you know, unclear as to their diagnostics on it so far.
That's what you get for buying a used Jeep.
No, any Jeep.
Sorry, Kier.
I want a Jeep.
I had no problem with the Jeep that we rented. That thing was fucking beat to shit when I rented it. It was fine.
Oh, I thought you meant when you turned it back in.
Well, it was even worse. It started off with one windshield chip, came back with about 9.
Oh, that was the trip that we kind of broke Mike's windshield.
Yes.
No,
talked
we
about
broke
it
it.
before.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, we have
broke
talked
it.
about it before.
Yes. So,
Yes, Jake.
story. Put on my crown since it's a crowning achievement.
I'm crowning.
Crowning.
No one likes that.
The joy just instantly leaves her eyes.
Radio edit.
You should see how
No, I don't even want to talk about
you
it.
should see how ick she gets when my niece says it.
And she does it fucking perfectly.
I love her.
It's terrible.
My
It's
niece.
disgusting.
Next time I go to
niece
your
is
mom's
awesome.
house. Next time I go to your parents' house, I'm gonna ask her to do it.
You when we're at your brunch, we'll have
they're
her do
gonna
it.
be there.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we
I
told you
told you.
No, you said 7 people will be there. You didn't tell me
That
who.
is fair. That is fair. There's a lot of people.
I feel like I told
You
you.
did not. I would have remembered that.
Okay.
We
You said
did.
7
We didn't
people.
mention who.
Okay.
We just said 7.
Yes.
So
I would have liked that to be a surprise. I'm sorry, we went off on a tangent. I apologize. Back to your crowning achievement.
It's okay. It's just Allie's birthday on Saturday. It's
Yes,
not a
it
big
is.
What?
No.
Is it?
She's gonna be 27.
Do you guys know
Again.
that I'm going to be 34 on 3/4 on March 4th? So it's like a weird golden birthday.
That is.
That's very cool.
Yeah. So crowning achievement, besides meeting the love of my life.
Who's talking about me?
Oh.
So
It's my birthday week. You can't do shit
And
like
she can
that.
cry if she wants to.
Yes.
So I have the dealership. He's not my customer, and I'm okay with that. He's a bit much, but he's funny at times. So this gentleman, Mr. Crown, and this is where the crowning achievement comes from. Won't use his first name,
Thomas.
Yeah.
but Mr. Crown is a very run-of-the-mill crap. What's it called?
Asshole.
No.
Sorry.
Oh my God.
Customer.
No, and this is gonna. And this is
Same thing.
no. This is gonna drive me
Tennis ball.
crazy if I can't think of it. It's like when you judge somebody by an idea that's not necessarily true. What's that
Like
called?
have a weird
Bigot?
perception of them.
No, but it falls
Hypocrite?
under no. The terminology when like God, I can't
Like
say
a stereotype?
Yeah, thank you. Okay,
Win,
yeah,
ding.
thank you. Sorry. So I'm all like, I can't explain.
Today, Junior.
I'm like, I can't explain this word without sounding like a racist asshole.
God.
So
Well, now that we can move on.
he is he's a very stereotypical East Coast Jew.
Okay.
So this is part of the story. It draws the picture. Shut up, Mr. Jumps around his stories. The truck stalled and has a misfire. I went to Kier, we drove it stalled. Don't start with me, Jumpy.
Okay, this is a storytelling podcast.
So, stereotypical East Coast Jew. Has the accent, the whole 9 yards. It's like, hey, I come in here and all this shit. It's him. So he calls and I go, welcome to so-and-so dealership. How can I help you? This is Jake. And he goes, Jake, this is Mr. Crown. I'm here to, schedule my appointment. The car's telling me it needs service. Oh my God, blah, 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 Jewish. So that's what he's like. So I go, all right, Mr. Crown, let's set this up for you. What all do you need? And he lets me know. And he's like, what type of coupons you got? Because, I'm a cheap Jew and all this. And
Does he say
yes,
that?
Yes. He's like, I'm a cheap.
Good on him.
I'm a cheap Jew. I like to pinch my pennies. I like to make sure I've got extra money. And I'm like, okay, no problem. We have a good laugh. And he goes, Jake, I just want to tell you, you're a great person, and I respect you for who you are. But at the same time, I talk a lot of bullshit, and I wouldn't believe anything that comes out of my fucking mouth. He's funny when he wants to be, but
that's pretty
I
good.
started dying on the phone, and my manager walks in and he looks at me, and I'm all. It kind of gives me that.
I'll explain it later.
Yeah, he kind of gives me that look like, could you be professional for 10 minutes?
Nope. I'm a service advisor.
Yeah,
Sorry.
exactly. This is what sells. So that was funny with that whole thing. But if you guys could ever hear him, it's hard not to laugh at anything that he ends up saying.
That's cool.
Yeah. 23B08.
Oh, does Eric know about this one?
23 BOA.
I do. I saw it.
Is it a recall?
Yeah.
It is.
Oh.
So we're going to be replacing a lot of engines here very soon.
Oh.
So
Brand new Broncos, Explorers, and Rangers.
So 2022, 2023.
23.
23.
Oh, wow.
Do you guys have a cylinder head leak?
So no, it's better than that.
Oh, thermal events?
No, well, not that good.
Oh, okay.
Not that good. Better than a cylinder head leak. Not as good as thermal events.
So essentially, what the program is that anything equipped with a 2.3 liter 4-cylinder engine in the Ranger, Bronco,
Oh, it's like your Mazda 3.
Explorer. Well, yes and no.
I know.
They're saying that at this specific plant during these specific dates, the piece of equipment used to hone the where the crankshaft goes in the engine block for the bearings and the oil passages and stuff like that, that piece of equipment was
Fucking up.
fucking up essentially.
Yeah.
I don't remember the exact words they used.
Malfunctioning.
Yeah, and that it could lead to either it's already had a catastrophic engine event and needs to be replaced, or it could lead to future catastrophic engine events and will need replacement. So they're just anything in this build date, replace the engine.
Wow.
Like stop delivery, hold, all that kind of stuff.
Oh, stop sales.
I'm pretty sure it's a stop sale one, right? Eric?
No, I didn't notice if it was a stop seller.
Anyway, I mean, it's a.
Are parts readily available?
It's Ford. What do you think?
It's any manufacturer.
I'm looking it up right now.
I had closed my browser, otherwise I would have looked it up. But yeah, I mean, that's just like crazy. It's just the stuff that we're going through these days. Quality control, A, and B, parts availability. Just
I received an email a couple of days ago from Mazda saying, we're still in line to get everything back to normal with parts availability by the middle of this March. Well, no, you're not, because we're fucking a week and a half out and we still can't get shit.
yeah, it's really bad right now, and everybody's back working, the economy's back bustling, but I can't believe that everybody that works at the factories has an OnlyFans account that they're making money on. So we can get back to work, people.
One of the main things right now that's like really, really sticking a fucking knife in my ribs is a lot of the older Mazdas right now, the compliance bushings and the dust boots are disintegrating on the lower control arms. It's time. It's, whether it's the cars have 150, 200,000 miles.
Yeah.
It happens. But the problem is we're like a lot of these cars coming in. We can pretty much guarantee that out of the 5 that we see, 3 to 4 of them need the lower control arms.
How many of those customers buy them though?
85%.
Really?
Yeah.
That's good.
85%. For whatever reason, lower control arms when they're needed is almost a guaranteed sale.
Is it under $500?
No, it's like $1,600.
Whoa.
I need about 350.
Yes. So that part is severely intergalactic back ordered. And of course, because we're a smaller dealership, the parts ordering program or software that we use, I think it's called Parts Eye, like EYE. It allows you to automatically order, or it will automatically order for you based on how much you've sold, how much has sat in stock.
It's like an intelligent
for how long.
inventory system.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
But at the same time, with that, it bases on what you're allowed to order. Like if you order over that number, what it's used to, it kind of flags it and says, hey, are you sure this could go elsewhere that has a better chance of selling? So it's kind of hard to keep that in stock, number one, because we're a smaller dealer. So thankfully, I've had 4 customers last week that all need their lower control arms. And of course, they're all for the same effing car. It's 2014 and 2015 Mazda 3s that are really back ordered. And the local dealership that's in Van Nuys, that is also a Mazda dealership and a Ford dealership and all types of other dealerships, they had 17 of each side.
Jeez.
So they gave us 4 sets. And of course, they go, the first time is, okay, this is the only set we're going to give you. They send us the second one. okay, this is really the last one. Third and fourth come around, and they go, by the fourth one, they're like, okay, guys, we're sorry. We can't give you any more of these. And
Not one more time, I'm telling
and
you.
anyways, they get more selling it to us because we pay a premium. We usually pay 10% over, 15%, whatever it is.
Oh.
So we tried again just because we needed another one. Unfortunately, we were stopped on that. But it's shit like that. And it's like, I understand it's a massive fucking dealership and they have the money to do that. But it's like, really?
Help a brother out.
17? I'm like, guys, and we checked the stock. Like, there was another 3 customers that I dealt with when they finally, after the 4 sets, said, no, we can see other dealership stocks. We all share the same software.
Right.
Those numbers haven't moved. They moved when we bought one. So it's like,
It's not like they're flying off the shelves for them.
right. So they've got another 13 pairs, and it's like, I've got business, please. So the 2 customers now that are waiting on it, they're looking at a 3 to 4 month wait.
Jesus.
And
And you can't go aftermarket, I'm assuming.
nah, well, we offer, but not a lot of customers. Like, the whole thing is certain aftermarket, when you say aftermarket, they're, oh, yeah, that's fine. You know, it's this. For whatever reason, suspension components, everybody's like, no, I don't want to go that way. Unless, it's not suspension, but axles, all fucking day long. Everybody's like, oh, fuck yeah. Save $350 for an axle, slap that bitch on. It's a metal rod. Your lower control arm is technically a metal rod, but, arm, but still, I don't know. So it's been tough. The lower control arms are back ordered really bad. The screen repair kits for certain cars, it's Ghost Touch or whatever. I've talked about it before, but the screens hop around. They make decisions on their own. So you can't use your infotainment system. Those are back ordered to fucking shit. And Mazda will not. The whole screen, readily available. Thousands of units. They will not authorize that. It's not a safety concern. They said, nope. Customers just got to fucking deal with it. Doesn't matter if they can't make phones.
Escalate the process or anything like that.
They do not give a shit at Mazda, man. You can't listen to music. You can't use your nav. You can't make phone calls. None of it. But it's not a safety concern. Sorry, not a problem.
Is the climate control through that as well?
No, thank God.
I can't imagine. That would be.
Oh, dude.
That might borderline a safety concern.
Yeah, fuck.
I can't defrost my windshield. I guess it is a safety concern.
There you go.
I think that would be considered a safety concern.
It would.
Yeah. So, and it's silly stuff like that where
It's the
where
borderline.
where companies like go, this is where we want to put our efforts into. Like a few years back, there was a recall for a door sash molding for older Mazda 6s.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, so there was a door sash molding recall where certain Mazda 6s, if the customer were to reach their hand on the top of the door and somehow stick their hands underneath the molding, that underneath there were sharp edges that they could cut their hands
Why
on.
the fuck would you stick your...
My point, fucking, it takes work to get underneath these. But that was like, it's stupid shit.
Because one person did that.
Yeah, one
and
person
sued Mazda.
Yeah, one person gashed their fingers across and couldn't use their hand. So it's shit like that. It's like you sell a product that you want people to come back and use, and you continue to use the same shitty infotainment system all the way up to 2019. But all these people, nope, sorry, fuck you. So they're never going to buy another Mazda again.
No,
because
you're absolutely right.
Because the $1,200 part that it's worth in warranty, instead of giving them what they want and then going to buy a $42,000 SUV, we'll give our business to Lexus or Tesla or Ford.
Isn't this part available on exchange?
For the repair kits?
Yes. Oh, not the repair kits. For the infotainment, don't they have or we're just doing it with a repair kit?
They still will not do it. And here's, okay, the other thing. United Radio doesn't have fucking shit anymore because they don't give full screens.
Because they're just making, because we're just using repair
It's
kits?
just a lens kit. They were rebuilding when they were allowing full screens because they got the full screen to rebuild. So they've shot themselves in the foot multiple times. So when it does come to needing a new screen and they go, oh, get a repair kit, call United Radio. United Radio said, fuck you, we don't have any.
Mazda's process for when there's not a repair kit or
Refurbished.
exchange unit available is wild. you have to like contact all these people, include your documentation, put in a pre-authorization, hope you get the pre-authorization, make sure you include the documentation in the pre-authorization. It's gnarly.
For a fucking screen, man. Yeah. I've got to call fucking my parts distributing center. They have to say, yep, this is the only part that's available. Then call the fucking remanufacturing company that's United Radio. No, we don't have one. Then you put in a pre-auth.
And you have to prove that you've done all of these
send
things.
in A, B, and C from these 3 people that we're going to tell you to call anyways. Then call Techline to verify that it is actually that and not a CMU or something stupid. Then we will allow you to put in a screen. Jeez. 3.5 weeks goes by and the fucking customer still doesn't get a fucking screen.
Yeah, and how do you explain that to the customer?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Sorry, the car that you bought has no backing whatsoever. Mazda sucks dick.
And you can't do that because you want another customer, because if you're not selling cars, they're not going to come get them fixed.
Give them the 1-800 eat shit number.
Yep, that's what you do.
Well, speaking of the 1-800 eat shit number, fuck, I don't give a shit. The
Tell us how you really feel.
Mike might be saving you right now.
No, fuck this. The Mazda customer assist line used to basically be the same people that ran Techline to an extent. It was people who worked for the company who at least knew somewhat about the product that could lead the customer in a good direction, keep them calm, explain things.
Actual informed information.
Exactly. Now, everything is outsourced by people who know nothing about cars, nothing about the product, sitting in some warehouse somewhere in a call center. And what they do is, we're so sorry, let us call. And we get calls like this all the time. These people go, what's wrong with the car so we can explain it to the customer?
Why isn't their car fixed?
What? Can you explain to me what you found so I can tell the customer? And then we do. And then we get a call back either from them or the customer, and they go, they gave us a $300 gift card to use towards the repair.
The hell?
That's it.
I guess it's better than a kick in the ass.
Before it was all like, okay, we're going to fix this part for them. We're going to Goodwill this. We want to keep them happy. Now it's, I hope you enjoy your Visa gift card that can use towards the repair of your piece of shit vehicle that the parts aren't available for.
Well.
So real quick, going back to the recall about replacing all those engines. Before demonstrating or delivering any new in-stock vehicles involved in this program, dealers are to replace the engine assembly.
So it is a
stop sale.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Wait, hold on.
My department's about to be real busy.
Wait a minute. A fucking auto line that will get repairs done without questions?
So what makes it worse?
Come to the dark side, Jacob.
What makes it worse, though, with the labor times, is it only pays up to a certain amount, but yet they don't have labor times in the manual for doing these jobs because the vehicles are too new. But they're only willing to pay up to this much.
Now, real fast, what is up to that much?
One's like 14.7, the other one's like 12, one's 15 something. Like it varies for each vehicle, whether it's 4-wheel drive or rear-wheel drive.
So and that's the thing. I know that's still not really enough on a tax aspect of really replacing a fucking long block, but for Mazda, you'd get 8.7 including diagnosis.
Ew. Yeah, no.
Well, those are also all front-wheel drive cars and stuff. So it's
the Explorers are too, and that one was the lowest one, but still.
I cannot wait for the new fucking repair guidelines and warranty times for this new fucking inline 6 we've got coming.
Oh,
I want to see. I want to see how much CX90. I want to see how much my techs are going to get fucking shafted.
A lot.
Yeah. Or
crank-shafted.
Or the fact of, like I said, for a spark plug replacement, you got to drop the engine.
The fuck out of here.
That's not a joke. Our main field service engineer that comes to our dealership, he goes, you guys will have to drop the engine to replace the spark plugs on these.
Isn't that like the old Porsches and stuff like that, or like that? You have to drop the whole thing out of the cradle.
Yeah, but that takes all of 30 minutes.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe this one.
Yeah,
is like
and that came from his. He's like, you have to drop the engine to replace spark plugs.
I'm
You just
sure
have
there
to
will
have
be
a piece.
technicians that
I'm
will
about
find
to
a way
say,
around.
Yes, of course.
You can get a hammer in there that you can swing a little bit and clearance the firewall.
It just makes your
You'll make
dick
it work.
crawl inside of you when one of their main guys comes out and goes, "You're gonna have to drop the fucking block."
Don't drop
Man,
it.
nothing is
but
fucked here.
Lower
Nothing
it
is
out of the vehicle control.
Anyways, keys jingled. Let's move on. End rant.
Hashtag end rant. Thank you to Travis Ferris from Hit Distributing, supplying us with Justice Brothers products.
Thank you to Nick Lowridge for being awesome and supplying Matco tools and Milwaukee products. Not to like those other motherfuckers that sell the other shit at Snap-on.
Oh, you shouldn't have said the name. You know who else we?
There's only two tool companies.
Hello.
There's more than
No, there's
Well,
more.
Sears.
The main Sears. Oh my god.
Oh, don't forget about Cobalt.
What about Ryobi?
But we also want to thank
Husky.
Ray Moon. Oh yeah,
DeWalt.
Ray Moon from El Ranchito Taco Shop in Lake Elsinore. His creamy guac is delicious.
Did somebody say Ryobi?
I don't
did.
even know what that is. It's clearly a tool company.
We'll be right back.
Bye.
You can buy it at Kmart. Stop it.
Be right back.
Something smells delicious in here.
Yeah, it does. I'm hungry. Jake, are you eating El Ranchito Taco Shop?
That looks amazing. What did you order?
Tacos.
What?
Guac.
Jake, are you choking? Get out of my way, Michael. He needs the Heimlich.
Oh my god, I cannot believe this is happening again. Jake, you know you're allergic to avocado. One generic allergy medication later. Are you okay?
Yeah. Almost dying is so worth it to have some El Ranchito creamy guac. Thanks, Eric, for trying to save me, even though I wasn't joking.
I know. I just wanted to get you from behind.
Well, I guess this is a good time to tell everybody that if you're ever in the Inland Empire and are craving some great Mexican food, visit El Ranchito Taco Shop in Lake Elsinore.
Seriously, I follow them on Facebook and Instagram at Ranchito Elsinore.
El Ranchito Taco Shop.
More than just great Mexican food. I can't snap that fast.
Wait, hold on.
So much faster than me.
It's not always a good thing. Anyway, thank you very much for enjoying the lovely commercials during the break. Welcome back to Customer States Podcast. We thanked our sponsors. I do want to give a quick thank you also to Mark Marks for his 50 years of service in the Ford industry. Yes, they did you dirty, but congratulations on your retirement. Anyway,
I'm sorry and congratulations.
thank you for coming back. What about some tire shop nonsense, Jacob?
Oh, okay. It's me.
Hi.
Hi,
Hi.
It's me.
I'm the problem, it's me.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Oh my god, we fucked this all up.
Dude, all nonsense. Here. Wait,
It's just you.
anybody else? Okay, well, here. We could put some more in post.
There you go. Didn't we make a soundbite at one point?
Yes.
But it like wasn't clean or something.
No, I have
This
some.
sounded good.
They were on the best of episodes.
Oh, okay.
Because I went through and sampled a bunch of them.
Nicely done. What if you just took all of that's what we should do. I don't know if you guys know
like
this.
a minute long of like cracks.
or just all of the cracks just played at one time.
Oh, like track
like
on top of track
layered
on top of track.
of each other. Yeah.
Just be like one big.
It would just be like
Well, I do want to hear some tire shop nonsense.
Oh, is it my turn?
Right now.
didn't we do this?
Hi, Jacob.
So the tire shop BS is, it just so happens that it was a tire shop, not anything really in particular, but this more focuses or revolves around the fact of a shop or place that you use for like either help or a sublet or anything like that, especially companies or businesses that you've been using for a really long time that one person can fuck it all, ruin it. And what I mean by this is there's a local tire shop that's not a very long drive from the dealership that if we have a tire that's giving us a hard time, they'll throw it on for us.
What, for like mounting or balancing or something like that?
Right.
Yeah.
Or if we have, a nail that's a little too close to the sidewall for us, but we know they'll do it. They'll do it. And they've done all types of stuff for us. Always been good, no problems. We've been working with them for years. We know the owners, all that stuff. So I had a customer who came in, go figure, who needed lower control arms.
No, surprise.
And an axle. And
We can get those aftermarket.
Exactly.
and go figure, you have to remove the tires to do such things.
Hold up.
And this customer, for whatever reason, and this goes out to any Mazda owners that are out there, nobody wants to steal the shitty rims on a fucking 2015 Mazda 3. I promise you, you do not need wheel locks. Everybody laughs at you. I swear to fucking God. If you have wheel locks on your 2015 Mazda 3, I hope somebody breaks your windshield.
Are you talking about like just like the fancy splined ones, like the generic ones, or like the actual
just
from the manufacturer?
just stock
locking?
manufacturer
Yeah, oh, man.
fucking rims. 5-spoke piece of shit. Nobody wants them. I promise. And the other thing is, newsflash to anybody else listening: if they want your fucking rims, I don't fucking care what protection you have. They'll take them. There's always a way.
It's a theft deterrent.
So this guy's got these weird, super fucky aftermarket wheel locks. Yes.
Is this why you were going all around the shop asking
Yes.
every single tech if they had a certain wheel
Yes.
lock set?
So super
Both
aftermarket,
stores.
very fucky, and they just looks weird. The clover that's in the middle, it's not smooth. The patterns aren't right. It's really fucking weird. So we go through all of our master sets. Nothing fits. A lot of stuff comes close, but the way that some of the points are angled, they're real sharp, so it won't fit.
Right.
Okay. So I call the tire shop that we always use. I get whoever his name was, and I go, look,
Randolph.
man. Sure. I go, I've got wheel locks on right now, and I've had this car already one day longer than necessary because we had to wait for certain parts, and I can't find this guy's wheel lock key. And we scoured this car. It's everywhere, not in the trunk, not inside, nowhere. However, we did notice in the trunk that like his jack and his tire iron is out mixed in with everything. So all that we can think is maybe, and the spare tire was loose. It wasn't tightened all the way down.
Somewhere.
Or they had a flat and he left the fucking wheel lock key just on the side of the fucking road, which is ultimately probably
Sure.
what happened.
That's a technical foul.
So I call the tire shop. I get somebody that I don't usually have or talk to, but doesn't really matter. I go, hey man, I'm going to send my tech Jeff down to your shop. I need you guys to do us a solid, and they've got some tool that'll fit any one or whatever the fuck they called it. And I'm like, just yank them off. I'm like, the other 4 leave on there. The car will be fine with only 1 lug nut missing on each tire. I don't care. He's like, absolutely, man. Bring it on down. So my tech Jeff goes, and he's gone for a bit. Comes back, pulls in the driveway, stops in the service drive, and honks because my office is right there to the right, and he, flags me.
This is already good.
And I look out the window and I notice the wheel locks are still on. And I go out there and I go, what's going on? And he goes, well, I got there and I asked for the guy you told me to, and I told him, Jake sent me. And he pulled me around to the back, and the shop foreman, or whatever they call him, the shop foreman, stops my tech and says, we're not doing this, get the fuck off our lot.
What?
Like that aggressively?
Fucking shop foreman. dude.
What happened? I know, fucking shop foreman.
I have no idea. So I call back and I ask, I'm like, what's this about, guys? And he goes, shop foreman says he doesn't want to do it. And I go, so your shop foreman runs the shop now? And more implying of he owns the business?
Who pissed in his Cheerios?
And I'm like,
Seriously.
I'm like, guys, we've been working with you for years. And I'm like, we know so-and-so who is the owner of the shop, or one below the owner of the shop. We've been dealing with her for years. What's changed? And he's like, the shop foreman says, no, we can't do it. So it's just shit like that. Turd in the punch bowl shit. It's like we send him business all the time. All the fucking time.
Something had to have set that in motion to have a response like that.
You guys like rubbed him the wrong way, maybe? I don't know.
Fuck if I know.
Well, I mean, I have some extractor sets and stuff like that, so if you ever need anything, just
Yeah, I'll give you a call. So, and I forget what it is, but what did the fucking Snap-on guy call those things?
twist sockets.
Or flip sockets or whatever the fuck he called them, but I'm not
I'm trying to remember what his name is.
I'm not buying it from him. Nick!
No.
I need a set.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Yes.
I think he said
Nick
that.
is better.
Yeah. Well, and plus I've
With Matco tools.
right.
And Milwaukee.
And Milwaukee. And beef jerky.
I don't know if they're
I've had some of his beef jerky before. Someone gave me some once. I think it was maybe Skeeter.
He sells it. You can buy some.
Well, but he doesn't come to our shop very often.
he comes
once a
every
week.
Tuesday.
He does? I only see Snap-on Man.
No,
Nick's there every Tuesday.
Weekly.
Yep.
Don't tell. No, go ahead.
So, the guy from Snap-on goes, he's like $350 for a set. And if they're really that expensive, that's fine. But I'm not giving him the money to begin with. So
You can make payments.
we didn't have any of those flip sockets. A lot of this like specialty him and Haw shit. My techs don't fucking buy.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It'd be nice to have them.
You're going to need them a handful of times, and it's not one of your big major money makers.
Still be fucking nice to have.
That's why I have them myself.
I've got enough technicians. Why don't you all fucking split it?
Have we ever talked about my jewelry box on this show?
Many times. So, anyways, continuing.
Mike is making a face like we have not. Have we talked about my jewelry box on this show?
No.
I have a mini Snap-on chest as my jewelry box.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. I'll have to show it to you next time you guys are at the house. It was ridiculously expensive.
It's so just like a real
hundreds
Snap-on
of
toolbox.
But it has like the bottom chest of drawers.
Yeah.
And then it's like the big ones that have like the roll up top. It's
Yeah.
kind of like that too. And then there's an open part and then the additional chest. And then it says Snap-on.
Very
and
cute.
it's like the 2-part for my jewelry box. I just thought you guys should know that. It's pretty fun.
We'll have to post a picture of that on the
Oh, I'll take a
socials.
picture.
So, we don't have one of those sets, but knowing that you have them, I'll give you a call next time. I don't know why I didn't
Worth
think
a
about.
shot.
I don't know why I didn't think about it, but anyways. So the tech ends up whatever millimeter socket that he had. He just fucking hammered it right over the top of him for a snug fit, and he pulled him off. So that was fine. But it's like all that work through, and it's just like to possibly lose a job because the customer was nice enough to let us keep the car one extra day. He didn't want a loaner. He just didn't want to drive another car. You know what? To each their own. That's fine.
You guys provide like a Uber service.
But he's like, I only have this one day, or I got to take the car because he had a trip or whatever. It's not my business. But it's like for something like that where you get one fucking turd in the punch bowl, or you don't have the fucking tools you need, and the shop loses out on a fucking that whole ticket was a $3,700 job for all the upsells because the guy knew he's like, car's in not great shape. I've got the money. I want it back to 100. So.
Hey, speaking of, certain amounts of money, I have a question. Like, what do you guys think is worth chasing after? Like, the other day, I spent like 30 minutes figuring out something that was going to make a $10.38 difference. Like, what is worth the time?
I guess it depends on the amount of time you have versus the ratio of money.
I'm always busy.
Depends on if it's going to make my job easier. Doesn't matter how much time it takes. If it's going to make my life easier, I'll do it.
Yeah, I think that amount is $50 at least.
Executive decision has been made. It is $50.
Well, I don't know. It's like I spend so much money for so much time for these, I make what I make an hour. So it's like if something is under.
You're essentially talking about the dealership having to write off $10.38.
Yeah.
how important is that to me versus the other hundreds and thousands of dollars and stuff like that I can be processing right now?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
What's that number? What do you think that number is?
If
Think about like how much money you're bringing in the shop versus, payroll and all that shit. Like,
what's the
what
average
do you think
time?
that number is?
What's the average time to close a ticket that is a high dollar ticket, and then off of that ticket, how much money can you potentially save or gain? What is that time frame? I mean,
yeah. So I guess if it's like a $4,000 claim, if you're replacing an engine, okay, and you're chasing after $10,
$10 is nothing on a $4,000
But
claim.
if I'm doing a freaking
oil change,
then
maybe it's worth the time of the extra 5 minutes.
yeah, it's interesting. Well, I recently was like, oh, I have this like $105 difference because I was talking to my office manager and I wasn't sure what account to put it through because it wasn't going to get paid that amount. And she's like, oh, just write it off. And like, there's a whole process that I go through with signatures. Like, I have to make sure to get signatures and all of this. And granted, it's month end, so I don't know if she just like if this is an all the time thing, or if this is just like, if I could just write it off. It was pretty funny.
How much is it? $10? Nah, fuck it.
Yeah, $105. Write it off. No big deal. Okay. Ooh, whose topic is this?
Which one?
TV show about dealership.
That's mine.
Ooh.
There's a TV show about dealerships.
Is there?
Well, I have a slightly different idea, I think.
What's your idea? Should we be on it?
Well, probably. I think all of our dealerships should be on it. So remember those like TV shows like Kitchen Nightmare and Bar Rescue and stuff like that?
Oh, I love that shit.
Okay,
Love
so how about that for a dealership where they have like...
Isn't that just called a GM?
Yeah, but let's make it into a reality TV show.
Dealership rescue.
Let's make it into a reality TV show where nothing's scripted because it really is this absolutely crazy in the automotive industry, but there's cameras there that follow everything. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. And, you have somebody who comes in that says like, this should be this way, this should be this way, this should be this way. And, it doesn't always work like that, but that's in their mind the way that it works. And it just, that was kind of like my little harebrained idea for a reality TV show that would be geared more towards like, it's not like rebuilding cars, but it's like rebuilding the dealership, the infrastructure,
Ooh, we should have who's like an expert in dealerships. They should go and like I feel I'm going along like the Bar Rescue type of idea.
Yep.
Like, oh, we're having this huge. Oh my god, my dealership.
John Taffer comes in and he brings in his parts specialist and he brings in his interior decorator and he brings in
the farm, the show for the guy from Top Gear, and he does the farms. Jeremy Clarkson.
Man, if Jeremy Clarkson came to my dealership and told me how to do things, I would listen.
I would like literally wet myself if he was there. I don't know what I would do. Oh my god,
but I just thought that would be
amazing.
like a funny idea to like see all the drama that ensued. I mean, it's very typical for everybody. Everybody comes in and has their own idea of how a shop should be run.
It's like you need a Ferrari forklift to fix everything. Oh, that would be fun. But I feel like it's kind of, you watch Bar Rescue, right? You've watched those shows before?
Yes.
Okay, you like those shows. So like how often do you like Google to see if the restaurant is like still in business?
A few times.
Yeah.
It never is.
So I kind of feel like if you're doing that, you got to be on your like last gasps of breath.
Some of those episodes will be like, they'll do a follow up at the end and be like, we checked in 3 months later and they had gone completely back to their old routine. And it looks like, by the end of the year, the business will be failing or whatever,
Yeah, it's kind of like when you go see a inspirational speaker or whatever, you're like super jazzed for like
a week and a half.
Yeah, and then it's like, oh, I'm sad now.
No.
Hey, I want to thank someone.
No, we already did that.
Already did.
Oh, just kidding. Well, about this next segment, I approve it.
So this is another one of mine. We had a
Sorry,
we had a
sorry, smooth transition.
So Jake knows about this system. We have a system where you can like text message with the customer from your computer and get authorization, send them all the comments, all that kind of stuff. So customer had their vehicle in there. We sent him the estimate to repair all the things that he wanted, and he sends back a message saying approved. So we do the repairs, and the customer comes in, and well, how much is it? It's like $600 or $700. Well, I never authorized this. So like this whole thing went down. The guy didn't want to pay for it. So we have to go back and search through the records and show him that you did say approved. Well, the app wasn't working. I couldn't look up the estimate. Well, then why did you say approved? Well, I didn't know what to do. Well, obviously
It's just
the
like,
app
I
was
don't know what
working
to do.
because you texted back. You could have called in. You could have texted on that same number saying, "Hey, what's going on with this? Can you please tell me what the actual estimate is?" The app's not working. Instead, he just said approved. So yeah, lo and behold, he actually ended up having to pay his money.
So, going off that, we've had a customer whose car has been in since August of last year. And he has a very sentimental Golf. So he needed $18,000 worth of repairs done on this vehicle. And the only reason I knew about it at all is because I was going through looking at where warranty dollars were on open tickets. Because I need to close those things as soon as possible because parts prices change over time. And so, okay, I look through, oh, there's a recall. Okay, call the service writer. Okay, there's not going to be any more warranty. That's the only thing on it. Okay, so I do that. I close the warranty portion, claim the recall. That was a few months ago. And my coworker, Maria, who is the booker for Volkswagen, she goes, "Hey, you got to check out this car."
Dispatcher,
Booker, whatever. So I go check out the car. She's like, "Just stick your head inside." I open the door. It's fucking a disaster in there. We all know these cars. Okay. It's a disaster in there. There's trash. This vehicle has been sitting on the lot since August. I stick my head in. The pungent aroma that envelops my nostrils is not to be explained here. It's just indescribable. And so I go into the ticket further and I see, oh shit, there's $18,000 worth of work on this vehicle. They're never going to get this money. So apparently they've been going back and forth with the customer. Oh, I can't pay it today. Oh, I'm going to pay you in installments. Da, da, da. Why we chose to write up this car after I feel like if you see the vehicle and you know what a piece of crap it is, like, do you really think it looked nice on the outside? It was taken care of. I will say that. On the inside, it was garbage. You see that and you think that person is gonna pay $18,000?
The car's not even worth that much.
The car is not worth that much. They paid it all on their debit card a few days ago.
Well, what the hell?
Jesus. And the accounts receivable payable person is freaking out because I believe over $5,000 or maybe it's even $1,000, you have to do certain paperwork for taxes to be able to put that type of money away. And then also you have to approve that with your bank. But anyways, I could not believe that they actually paid it after all this time. I really thought that was just going to rot on the lot and that we would have to
lien sale it.
Yeah, litigation, lien sale, all of that fun stuff. But they paid it.
Wow.
So, in addition to that, or do you have should we take a little jokey break?
Well, I'm dealing with that too right now, actually, with one of my customers.
Oh, what's going on?
I can't go into too much detail about it, but...
Do you want to be vague about it, or it's not even worth it?
I've done multiple repairs on this vehicle.
Do we know about it?
No.
Okay.
And the second round of repairs, I recommended this, and this, and he never asked for an estimate. He just gave me a deposit and said, just fix it. So I did... And at the end of those repairs, I found something else wrong with it, and gave him the new total it would be with that repair, and it's a huge problem now, apparently. Oh, shit. Well, I didn't want all that work done. I just wanted it to pass smog, is what this conversation went. I'm like, well, If I had known it was going to cost this much, I wouldn't have had you done all that other work. Well, I told you what we were doing, and you said you led me to believe you just wanted it fixed.
That
when
you
gave
would
that
do.
deposit. You didn't ask how much it was or anything. You just said fix it. Okay. So it's become a big battle now and back and forth. And I still have the vehicle, but it's blown up so much. So I'm dealing with that shit right now too.
I'm
Funny that we
sorry.
touched that.
Yeah.
But
Oh my god.
there's nothing fucking wrong here.
Nothing fucking wrong at all.
This is fine. So, you have those customers who think there's something wrong, but there is nothing fucking wrong. Absolutely nothing. And it doesn't matter how much you tell them, or if there happened to be a tech inside of the office at that exact same time where this customer came in and explained, this is normal. There is nothing wrong.
Right.
This is what can cause this, but there's no other signs leading to it. But customer, still, well, I want to send it through the shop. I want to make sure it's good, this, that, and the other thing, blah, blah, blah. And so that's fine. You know what? We'll send it through the shop. We're going to charge you $175 if there's no problem found. And they're fine with that, I guess, or whatever. So we look into the car, and I won't go into all the details. It's stupid crap, but we do our diagnosis, or my tech does the diagnosis. And he looks and checks everything, and there's nothing wrong. Lo and behold, call the customer, and I say, hey, look, there's nothing wrong with the car. We've checked everything and more, and the car's good to pick up. There's nothing more that can be done here. And of course, customers not having that. No, you didn't look at it right. I know best. I know my car. This is how it's supposed to work. This is what it's doing. So we go, okay, well, no, fuck you. You're wrong. And that is how the car is supposed to be. My technicians who've been doing this for 35 years is right. You're wrong. I'm sorry. Granted, you don't tell them that, but you imply fuck off. Not having it. So she goes, well, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to complain and get something done about this. And, hangs up the phone. I'm like, okay. So I get a call a couple hours later from Mazda customer assistance. And they go, we want you to open up a tech line case. I'm like, the fuck we are. There's nothing wrong with the car, but we have to.
Nice.
So we open up a tech line case, and verbatim, the associate on the other end basically goes, why are you calling us?
Yeah, that happens.
And we're like, trust us. We completely understand, but you can blame your lackeys over at CEC. So we get the tech line number. I get a hold of the CEC representative. Here we go. We called. There's nothing wrong. Well, the customer's whatever.
Yeah, we
Okay.
know.
So by the grace of God, our field service tech or field service engineer just happened to be in the area.
Oh, nice.
And decided to stop by and say, hey. We're like, hey, man, can you do us a favor? You got 10 minutes to kill? He's like, yeah, absolutely. Can you check this car? He's like, yeah, let's do it. So we explain it to him. All this, looks at the car. Everything's perfect. Absolutely perfect. Everything's on the money. No problems. No nothing. Bingo. So I call the customer. I go, ma'am, come pick up your vehicle. She goes, it's not done. I'm like, yes, it is. You need to come pick up your vehicle or we will start charging a fee. You need to come pick up your vehicle. Everything's fine. Well, how do you know? Well, it's funny that you mentioned that because the number one honcho for this district came out and checked your car. He says it's fine and has instructed us to tell you to come pick up your vehicle. So this, that, and the other thing, and she comes to pick it up. And the field service engineer, once I hang up the phone, he goes, I want you to put all of these things on the RO and word it this exact way. So if she tries to come around and sue us, we have a case. And she left and she picked up and I said, have a wonderful day, ma'am. We hope to see you soon for your next service.
Sometimes may be good, sometimes may be shit.
Sometimes all shit. Just saying. It's all you, baby.
No, it's not. It's all you.
I think that, okay. Well, I had a situation recently where we had a bit, okay. As a warranty administrator, there is only so much I can do. I cannot work on vehicles. If you are to do something as a technician, I assume that you're doing it as per the repair manual. I cannot do it all. I cannot look up every single repair every single time.
Isn't that your job title?
Well, yes and no. Yes and no. I mean,
I'm just fucking with you anyways.
She can't do everything.
I can see that you've done the you've claimed the labor operations you're supposed to claim as per the repair manual. That's what I can do. I am not down there making sure that X, Y, and Z thing has been done. I cannot do that. I have my own job to do.
You cannot?
I can not.
Well, not to mention that you can't take care of 20 or 6 technicians or however many technicians that you have.
Also, I haven't gone through technician training. Like, there's training you guys go through where you're supposed to know more than I'm supposed to know. Okay?
Yeah.
So, for Volkswagen, most of the electronic diagnosis is done through guided fault finding. We call it GFF. Right now, there is a warranty extension extending the wear and tear brake warranty period from 12/12
Right.
to 24/24.
Okay.
Okay. So you have to use GFF when you replace the brake pads to open the pistons so you can replace them, then close them.
I was about to say, how is that going to help you with doing a brake job? But yeah, if it's got electronic brake calipers or something like that, then yeah.
Yeah. Close them. And then a third step. A third step doesn't look like much, but it's very important, apparently. The third step is basically a check to make sure that the electronic parking brake, the EPB, is working properly.
Right.
And it's just a really quick thing. So when you run these plans, like it opens the plan to open the thingies.
The thingies.
Yeah. And then
Brake calipers.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And then Will's probably going to correct me on this. But listen, I'm only looking at it from my perspective. There are 3 steps that need to be done. 2 steps were being done by certain people.
And Volkswagen can see this because it's logged.
Everything is logged electronically and paperlessly.
And electronically.
Yes.
And paperlessly.
Mm-hmm. So what happens is when you run that first plan, the closing plan gets added automatically. And then the third EPB check is added automatically. So you have to press start again. Well, they felt like there was nothing else to do. So that wasn't being done. And warranty found it, kicked the claim back, said, get the customer back in 60 days because this repair was done incorrectly. So this is at the end of the day on like a Tuesday. Was it Tuesday that you picked me up? Tuesday?
I think it was Tuesday, yeah.
Tuesday. And I suddenly all of my time is sucked into this rabbit hole of fuckery. And I go back several repairs in the month for the same technician.
And how many weren't done properly?
More than I would like. However, Koa.
We're just getting to the good part.
I know. So, needless to say, let's not get into the nitty gritty here. We got the customer back for the said claim. And the shop foreman got together and got everyone together, even though it was really for one person, and demonstrated the proper way to do this.
Well, at least there was a education and training session.
And both of the times the shit hit the fan on this, my service manager was gone. So I'm immediately like, this person cannot do brakes. No one can do brakes until they talk to me first. I went and talked to all of the technicians. We're running through. I talked to the shop foreman, like, hey, am I missing something? Because I'm literally like, all the test plans in the GFF, the names of them are in German. Yeah, so I've got my world lens out.
Google Translate.
Thank God, though, I very quickly figured out that the module number for the brakes is in there. So you don't have to know the German word for Brakenspütten or whatever.
You can just look at that numerical
it
code.
still had the module number. So that was a really quick, easy thing. So
Brakenspütten.
Did you like that? Mm-hmm. So that was my fun journey I've been on this week.
Do we have any jokes, Eric? No? Nothing?
Nope. Not
Oh
this
my
week.
goodness. Jacob?
Didn't you have a joke?
I do, but I don't feel comfortable saying it.
Oh, do you want to just hand me your phone and I'll do it?
No. Okay.
Well,
do you have one, Allie?
I have no shame.
well, I do have this problem.
What's this?
So I talked to my doctor recently, and I have this problem where I can't sleep.
Okay.
So I end up just eating.
Yeah.
So I talked to my doctor, and they said that there's actually a clinical name for this.
What's the name for it?
It's insomnomnia. I told them all the joke before this.
Boo.
It's funny. It was so funny. Okay.
Good night, everybody.
Bye. Love you.
We could roll credits on that.
Yeah. I feel really proud of my setup, though. I'm just going to say that.
That was very good.
Thank
Very
you.
good.
You should still say yours.
No.
Okay.
I'll work on it.
Well, you know who does have great jokes we hear?
Who?
Our sponsors.
Oh my goodness. Are you talking about Ray Moon from El Ranchito Taco Shop in Lake Elsinore, California?
I am. Do you know how creamy his guac is?
I've heard it's fantastic.
Oh my God. And do you know Nick Lowridge?
I've heard of the man, yeah.
Where's he from?
I believe he's also from Thousand Oaks area, California.
Well, I mean, like his company.
Well, that too, but it's Matco.
Matco?
And you know what else he sells?
Is it Milwaukee?
Well, yeah, and beef jerky.
Oh,
Yeah.
such good jerky.
Yeah. And have you heard about this guy, Travis? Travis Ferris?
Ferris?
Yeah.
I know him.
Yeah. And
He's got
the
Justice Brothers.
JB80, bunch of other stuff. Justice Brothers. Thank you. Thank you to Dale Follett, Norman Glazier.
Jake.
Thank you to Jake. Thank you to
Thank
Allie.
you, Jake.
Thank you to Eric. Thank you to Koa.
Thank you to you.
Nah.
And you know who else? Thank you.
All of our listeners,
Absolutely.
we could not and will not do this without you guys. So stop listening or keep listening.
We prefer you to keep listening.
Yes, indeed. Oh, we also want listener
it's
mail.
not over?
No, not yet.
Well, do you want to say something?
No, you two are doing great.
Listener mail would be fantastic. You can get to us at customerstatespodcast@gmail.com, which just also happens to be our PayPal. And if you check out our website, customerstatespodcast.com,
You can look at our merch and not purchase it.
merch.
You should purchase it, though.
You should, but you're not.
Well, they will.
Very high
Will they?
quality.
Yeah. After they see all of our crazy social media posts. And with that, we say...
Oh, jeez.
Cheese.
No!
Did you say cheese?
Oh, cheese. I don't love that. Love you. Ooh, woo.
Sounds more like a dog. When
Ooh,
you,
woo.
it's okay.
That was too loud. I'm so sorry.
Bye.
Bye.
Hi, this is Mike Sarah from Customer States. Matco Tools is one of the best tool companies in the industry, and Nick Lowridge is one of the best Matco tool distributors. Nick can get me anything I need for the shop or for at home. From oil drain pans to beef jerky, Nick's got what I need on tap. Nick works in the Thousand Oaks, California area, and you too can get whatever you need by calling him at 805-796-7323. And if you're not in that area, call him anyway and tell him you heard about him from the Customer States podcast. And then You can hop on to matcotools.com and find a Matco Tools distributor near you. Matco Tools. Service, trust, results.